August 31st, 2023, 1:30 before Judge Slay Thursday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bond will continue. Court does call the case, People versus Kip Regal. 2 cases.
Caitlin Kirby on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I don't. Go ahead.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender representing Mr. Regal. Mr. Regal, would you please unmute and state your name?
All set, thank you.
Hold on
Yep.
one second, Your Honor. I'll get him for you.
Pardon?
I believe they said they're getting Mr. Regal.
Yes, Your Honor.
I think they're trying to get it. I got it.
He's in the screen now.
All right.
Oh, he's in the very top screen.
Yeah, I just put him there. All right. Mr. Regal, can you state your name, please, sir?
Kip Regal.
Thank you, sir. All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, at this time, Mr. Regal is requesting a preliminary examination on these matters.
All right. Pike County, where the heck is?
That is in Kentucky, Your Honor, and Mr. Regal does believe that he will be able to be released soon. Our office contacted the Pike County Jail yesterday, one of the paralegals, and they indicated they just needed him to be arraigned on his 15th District Court misdemeanor cases. And we are working on that now, so we hope to have him out by Friday or Monday, if possible.
And Your Honor, previously, when he was in a different facility in Kentucky, they would not allow him any video hearings, and that's why this has been adjourned out so long. They stated that they did not have anything to do that with. So I believe now that he's in Pike County, that this is why we are able to have this hearing. My understanding was he was not going to get out on parole until November. So I don't know what happened that he's now released and now in the jail, but I have serious concerns that if he is to come back to Michigan, concerns for the victim and her safety. So if he is going to come back into the state and he's going to be released, I would ask for a GPS tether, and I would ask for confinement to whatever address he's going to be staying if he is here.
Your Honor, it's my understanding, and Mr. Regal, you can confirm this, that he will reside in Kentucky. That's where he's originally from.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct. I'm not a resident of Michigan anymore. I'm from Ann Arbor, but my mom lives in Prestonsburg, Kentucky, so that's where I'll be staying at.
Okay. Thank you for that. I assume since your mom was there, that's where you were from originally.
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't have a problem setting it for a preliminary examination. But what are his bonds in this case? I got a 5,000 personal, and I have 2 5,000 personal bonds on these cases. But I can't put let's do this. So if he, Ms. Gaines, as I'm to understand, once he's arraigned on the 15th District Court matter, he's going to be released in Kentucky?
That's our understanding, is that they're holding him on only on the misdemeanors.
Okay. Do you know who are you trying to get him arraigned through? Is it through Magistrate Garwood, or is it one of the judges?
I believe through Magistrate Garwood. I asked one of the paralegals to do it for us. She's been working closely with Mr. Regal in the past and his mom.
All right, well, no more green on blue, please. Let's do this then. Let me set his preliminary examination in person. I will set that for September 12th, 2023. It's a bit outside the time frame, but given the circumstances, we'll do that in case there's a hiccup in it. I'll set that at 9 a.m. in person before Judge Burke. I will also indicate that the defendant is to be placed on a GPS tether location tracking at this point. So at least we know where he is. So once he's released, he'll have to get a GPS tether. And then anything else you guys want to work out regarding bond or the conditions of bond can certainly be worked out with Judge Burke in Judge Burke's office. Okay, I think that will work for everybody if I do it that way. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Ms. Gaines, is there any way
Thank
that we could speak in a breakout room real quick?
No, but
That's not going to happen here.
Give me
Okay,
a call tomorrow.
all right, thank you.
Thank you. Court calls the case, People State of Michigan versus Andrew Haddix.
Good morning, Your Honor. Amy Reiser, appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dan Garrett on behalf of Andrew Haddix. Andrew, can you identify yourself?
Andrew Haddix.
Thank you. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we're asking for an in-person exam as soon as the court can accommodate that.
I can do the 22nd or 29th. Which would you guys prefer?
I'd prefer the 22nd if that works for Ms. Reiser.
It's short notice, but I can try to get the witnesses there.
All right. Preliminary examination in person will be set August 22nd. I can't do the screen here because I can't. August 22nd, 2023, 9 a.m. That's before Judge Washington. Bond continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Court, let's call the case of the People versus Alicia Williams.
Name is Ganatra for the people.
Sandra White on behalf of Alicia Williams. Ms. Williams, can you state your name? Alicia Williams. Your Honor,
doing?
I was recently appointed to this case. I did have the opportunity to meet with Ms. Williams. We're asking for an adjournment so we can discuss the discovery together. And I would like to address that.
Okay, I'll adjourn this to the 31st. Go ahead, address bond, August 31st, 9 a.m. Go ahead,
Correct.
bond.
Your Honor, Ms. Williams does live in Michigan. She's lived her whole life. She lives with her mother. She was arrested on a warrant for not attending a sentencing. Before that, she had appeared at all of her hearings. She didn't attend the sentencing. She had 2 deaths within 2 weeks. And dealing with that, she had just forgot about the sentencing. So we're asking for a PR bond and another chance to show the court that she can attend all her hearings.
Response?
Judge, there's a bond form. I think there's some information provided in there. She has a history of drug use, and it's the people's concern that if she is released, that she needs to have proper supervision with community corrections to prevent her from going back to drugs if she has stayed away for some time.
How did she come into custody on this case?
Your Honor, she was unfortunately at a house that was raided.
That she was at a house that was raided?
Yes.
Hmm. Darn. That's what my notes were reflecting. And that's in addition to her missing the hearing. I mean, she had missed the hearing and then she's someplace where she's not really supposed to be. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. That makes it easy. Motion for bond reductions denied. Bond will continue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls the case. People
Your Honor, the
versus
new
Aaron,
date, I apologize. I think I missed that new date from Ms. Williams.
August 31st.
Thank you, sir.
Not a problem. Court calls the case, People versus Aaron McKinnon.
Alex Chabalowski for the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender, representing Mr. McKinnon. Mr. McKinnon, would you please state your name for the record?
Aaron McConan.
Your Honor, Mr. McConan has retained counsel in 2 other matters that are currently before Circuit Court. I did have a chance to speak to that attorney and to Mr. McConan, and they are indicating that he's been retained for this matter. He was not able to make it today due to a family situation and is asking for a 1-week adjournment to get the substitution and everything in to come to take on this matter as well.
I'll adjourn it out to August 31st, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you.
Thank you. Court does call the case of the People versus Nicole McCauley.
Marie Rosinski on behalf of the people.
Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender, representing Ms. McCauley. Ms. McCauley, would you please state your name for the record?
Oh, you're muted, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Nicole McCauley.
Thank you. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we would ask for a preliminary examination in this matter.
She's in Wayne County. All right,
That
we're
is
gonna have to
correct.
go out so we can accommodate transport on that. So I'll set a preliminary examination in person. I'll set that for September 5th, 2023, 9 a.m. That'll be before Judge Perry. Bond will continue in this matter. All right, that's in person. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Let's call the case of the People versus Teresa Ware.
Marie Rosinski on behalf of the people.
Sandra White on behalf of Teresa Ware. Ms. Ware?
Ms.
Can you
Ware,
state
can
your
you
name?
state your name?
Teresa Ann Ware, Tucson.
Okay, thank you. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, in this matter, we'd like to set it for a preliminary exam.
Preliminary examination will be set in person. That will be August 29th. 2000.
Actually, Your Honor, sorry to interrupt. I'm not available August 29th. I have
Is this
discussed
the
this
only,
in this-
is this the only case holding her?
No, I believe she's on a PR bond for this case. She has another case where she gets out on the 28th.
That preliminary examination then September 5th, 2023. 9 a.m. That will be before Judge Washington. Bond will continue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls the case, People versus Andrew Jimenez Vasquez.
Good morning, Your Honor. Amy Reiser appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brennan Burkett appearing on behalf of Mr. Vasquez.
Good morning. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, I spoke with the prosecutor prior to our meeting today, and I told her that today I was going to ask this court, because of the problems that I'm having, for this court to grant us a criminal responsibility and his competency to stand trial.
And
Do
Mr.
what?
Burkett, he wants a competency referral and spoke to me about that yesterday. I didn't see anything indicated in the investigation
What?
that would indicate the defendant's not competent, but I've known Mr. Burkett for a long time. So if he's indicating that his client doesn't know the proceedings or those involved, then here we are.
Yeah, I mean, I will grant it, but I need an order regarding the competency. I'll set a competency hearing in this matter, 16. For October 5th, 2023, 9 a.m. But Mr. Burkett, I need the orders in.
Absolutely.
Bond in this matter will continue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls the case, People versus James Becker.
Alex Chabalowski on behalf of the people.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Dan Garrett on behalf of James Becker. Jim, can you identify yourself?
Yes, Jim Becker.
Thank you, sir. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, Mr. Chabalowski and I spoke yesterday. I think we both agreed that an adjourned PCC is in our best interest for possible resolution. I just cannot do the 7th, so any date besides that, please.
Okay. He's out. So probable cause conference, September 14th, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court calls the case, People versus Joseph Smith.
Nimish Ganatra for the people.
Morning, Your Honor. Dan Garrett on behalf of Joseph Smith. Joe, can you unmute and identify yourself?
Yes, sir. Joseph K. Smith.
And what are we doing?
Very similar. Mr. Ganatra and I spoke this morning. He'd like additional time to consider my proposed resolution. If we could have that same date, please, Your Honor.
September 14th, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continue.
Thank you.
Does call the cases of the People versus Susan Stradman. Two cases.
And on behalf of the people.
Morning, Your Honor. Dan Garrett on behalf of Susan Stratman on both cases. Susan, if you can see us, can you unmute and identify yourself?
Here.
She was identified as Sky S.
I'm sorry. This is Susan Strodman. I couldn't find the unmute button.
Okay, you got her Zoom user. Okay, she's here. Do you have a camera? Oh, there you are. Thank you. All right. I have referrals in here to drug court. Is that what we're doing?
That is correct, Your Honor. I'd like to have her screened for adult drug court, please.
And Your Honor,
Yes.
I did want to make the court aware there was a community corrections report where she tested positive for THC and cocaine on August 11th, August 4th, and July 24th, and missed a test on August 8th.
Uh-oh.
Your Honor, I spoke to, I believe it was Ms. Kirby about this. She's ready to admit the violation. She informed community corrections of her use of at least the cocaine and enrolled in their recommended Dawn Farms program.
So is she enrolled in that program?
Mr. Robin, can you speak to that? Are you actually enrolled?
Okay. So yesterday I was unable to get transportation to
Okay,
community
that's a problem.
corrections.
Hold
Okay.
on, before you go on, that's a problem because they specifically, according to this violation report, you tested positive, CCOP was discussed. She was scheduled for her intake on that yesterday.
Correct.
And now I'm hearing she didn't do the intake.
I need to call them first thing this morning after court so I could see if I can get in this afternoon when I have transportation. I greatly apologize for that.
Mr. Guerin, anything you want to say
No,
before
first I learned of that too, Your Honor. Nothing additional.
Well, I will adjourn her probable cause so she can be assessed for drug court to the 14th. I mean, I could do it earlier on the 31st. Are you available that date, Mr. Guerin?
I am, Your Honor.
I'll adjourn the probable cause. I don't know that she'll be screened by that time, but we may have to address other issues. 31st, 2023, 9 a.m. Given the fact that I have 3 tests in a row of the one she took where cocaine is showing up in her system, they discuss it. She's to do something. She doesn't make that intake. I don't know that this defendant is taking it seriously. Defendant's bond is hereby ordered revoked. Defendant is to report to the Washtenaw County Jail by 6 p.m. this evening. Do you understand me, ma'am?
Yes.
She is to be held there without bond pending hearing after that. Your failure to report will result in a bench warrant with no bond. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
Thank you. So we'll
Thank you.
be here
Thank you.
August 31st, 2023, 9 a.m.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court does call the case. People versus Corey Weaver.
Alex
Assistant
Chavalowski for the
Public-
people, Your Honor.
Assistant Public Defender Calvin Hawthorne appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Corey Weaver. Mr. Weaver, will you please state your name?
Sir, Corey Weaver.
Thank you. Your Honor, at this time, Mr. Weaver would like to set the matter for preliminary exam.
Preliminary examination in person will be set August 29th, 2023, 9 a.m. before Judge Freshour. Before Judge Freshour. Bond will continue in this matter. Thank you. Does call the case. People versus Anthony Isom.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nicole Hughes on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Raymond Burkett on behalf of Ms. Eisen.
Mr. Isom, can you state your name if you're here? State your name, Mr. Isom.
Anthony Isom.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, I've explained to Mr. Eisen that he has a statutory right to a preliminary exam, and that if we waive that exam, and what the government have to show at the exam, that if we waive that exam, he's going to be bound over to the circuit court downtown. Notwithstanding that, it is his and my desire, with your permission, to waive the preliminary exam. And
Mr. Isom, is all of that correct?
Yes.
And you understand you won't have a preliminary hearing? You'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes.
People also waive their right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on a single count. Mr. Burkett, as to circuit court arraignment.
We stand mute and will waive any further reading.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for
September 25th at 1:30 p.m. with Judge Slade Thursday.
September 25th, 2023, 1:30 before Judge Slade Thursday.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bond continued.